My father beat me. My mother was overbearing. I was in Vietnam. I have a laundry list of good excuses and reasons why I'm violent. And none of that flies at Family Services. Why I'm here is that I've abused 3 women in my life, 3 women I love. But I was abusive and threatening, and it was all about controlling. Things like making another person cry, upsetting someone, saying things that are insulting. She was crying, and I stepped behind her and put my arm across her throat, pressed into her throat, and threatened to strangle her by whispering in her ear, "If you don't stop crying, I'll kill you." She did stop crying. I didn't. I released her and looked up and saw my 4-year-old son 20 feet in front of us watching. She subsequently left with him and reported me to the police, which I consider the greatest gift I've ever gotten in this life, because up until that time I had been 2 people, if you will, Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde. I could no longer hide from that part of myself. That 1, it was public. 2, I saw the absolute devastation it made upon my wife and my children. First and foremost, Family Services treated me as a whole human being, and that I had behaved a particular way that doesn't work, but that isn't who I was. I began to think of myself as someone who did something versus someone who is bad, is violent. The tool that I use most often, and again almost daily, but is the timeout. Timeout being stopping yourself from behaving violently as soon as the cues are recognized. The thoughts of physical violence, when I'm upset and feeling like I want to do something, having that thought is a cue to me now, not a signal to do it. Violence must stop. It's bankrupt. That it's a hidden crisis, that it's done behind closed doors, that it's done where the results are hidden away from friends, family, and others. It's not human nature to be violent. It's human nature to be compassionate. And that my commitment is to have the learned response be compassion. And that's who I am, and why I'm here, and why I ask that people support Family Services, is that their work works. Because they care. Family Services cares. And they're effective at what they do. What they teach is a vehicle for peace, for compassion, for nonviolent communication and action. It's the real deal.